And I'm like, all right. I was naked at the time. I wasn't wearing my holster. I wasn't staring at the window waiting for cunts with machetes to come through. Like, what world do you live in where you're constantly fucking ready?
Quick draw, man. The Wild West.
Guns because you like guns. That's
What's up, YouTube? ScytheX here with another video, another reaction. This time we have Jefferies Gun Control Part 1. This has been requested by quite a few of you, and we're going to check it out. Part 2 will drop later in the day, so look out for that one, and it'll probably show up somewhere over here. So look for that. This is Jefferies Gun Control. Hope everybody out there is doing all right, and let's do this.
Now, before I start saying this, I want to say this, right? I believe in your right as Americans to have guns. I'm not trying to stop you from having guns.
Okay.
All I'm saying is this is my personal belief on the opinion. My opinion on the it doesn't matter. I don't like guns, right? I'm going to say some things that are just facts, right? In Australia, we have guns. Right up until 1996. And in 1996, Australia had the biggest massacre on earth. Still hasn't been beaten. And
still hasn't been beaten. Is that
now,
true?
That,
I never even heard of this massacre.
10 years before Port Arthur, there was 10 massacres. Since the gun ban in 1996, there hasn't been a single massacre since. I don't know how or why this happened. Maybe it was a coincidence, right? Now, please understand that I understand that Australia and America are two vastly different cultures with different people, right? I get it. In Australia, we had the biggest massacre on earth, and the Australian government went, that's it, no more guns. And we all went, yeah, right then, that seems fair enough. Really.
They just went along with it.
Now, in America, you have the same massacre where little tiny children.
That's not how
government went,
the U.S. is.
We'll get rid of the big guns?
Yeah.
And 50% of you went, fuck you, don't take my guns!
Yep.
So here's where it gets confusing, right? Now, as I said, I'm all for your Second Amendment rights. I think you should be able to have guns. It's in your Constitution. What I am not for is bullshit arguments and lies. There is one argument and one argument alone for having a gun, and this is the argument. Fuck off. I like guns.
Fuck off.
It's not the best argument, but it's all you've got.
Fuck off. I like guns.
And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong
I
with saying,
apologize for that
I
accent.
like something, don't take it away from me. But don't give me this other bullshit. The main one is, I need it for protection. I need to protect me. I need to protect my family.
My family needs protection. Yeah.
Really? Is that why they're called assault rifles? Is it? Never heard of these fucking protection rifles you speak of?
It's assumed, bro.
Protection? What the fuck are you talking about? You have a gun in your house. You're 80% more likely to use that gun on yourself than to shoot someone else. And people think, well, that'll never happen to me. You don't know that, because you know what? From time to time, we all get sad. One day you're happy, then you're sad.
What?
Protection. I had a break-in.
Why did he make it a jingle?
I was tied up. I had my head cut. They threatened to rape my girlfriend. They came through the window with a machete and a hammer. And Americans always go, well, imagine if you had a gun. And I'm like, all right. I was naked at the time. I wasn't wearing my holster. I wasn't staring at the window waiting for cunts with machetes to come through. Like, what world do you live in where you're constantly fucking ready?
Quick draw, man. The Wild West.
Because you like like guns. That's why you go to gun conventions. That's why you read gun magazines. None of you give a shit about home security. None of you go to home security conventions. None of you read Padlock Monthly. None of you have a Facebook picture of you behind a secure door going, fucking yeah. Like you're going to be ready if someone comes into your house. You have it at all fucking time. By the way, most people who are breaking into your house just want your fucking TV.
True.
You think that people are coming to murder your family? How many fucking enemies do you have? Geez, you think a lot of yourself if you think everyone's coming to murder you. See, if you have it readily available, it becomes unsafe. You have it in your bedside table.
Depends on the
Kid
neighborhood
picks it
too.
up, thinks it's a toy, shoots another one of your kids. Happens every fucking day. But people go, that'd never happen in my house because I'm a responsible gun owner. I keep my guns locked in a safe. Then there's no fucking protection.
Right.
Someone comes into the house, you're like, wait there, fuckface.
Wait there.
Oh, you've come to the wrong house here, buddy boy. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna fuck you
2,
up. Okay.
31, 65.
32 to the left or 32 to the right? Your mother's birthday? Why the fuck would I know your fucking mother's birthday? Maybe if you didn't leave the window open because it's too hot in here, we wouldn't be getting fucking murdered, right?
The temperature argument, always. The common
I find
argument.
the NRA to be hard work. But the fact that they always think the answer is more guns. After
That's so true, though. Sorry to pause it, but if somebody breaks in and you have your gun in a lockbox, you're being extremely safe with your gun, as you should, right? You have your gun in the lockbox and your lockbox in a safe, right? And then somebody breaks in. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to actually go to the safe, undo it, open the lockbox, find the key, open the lockbox, whatever, load the gun, and then just shoot the intruder if he comes at you. Like by that time, you're getting beat up, or the person left, or you get shot, or whatever happens. Like that's so much time to have to do all that. And at the same time, you're in a panic, so you're gonna fucking screw up probably because your mind's racing, you're scared or whatever. So that's why people just leave it in a drawer next to the bed or under the bed or something. It's wild. Like, yeah, you're being safe, but are you really protected now that you're safe? So I get his point. It's a brilliant point.
After Sandy Hook happened, the NRA said, and I quote, "None of this would have happened if the teachers had guns." I think they're forgetting what school was like. Does anyone remember that casual teacher that used to, whenever she came onto school, that relief teacher came, you and your friends would
Substitute.
see her and go, "Oh, we're gonna make her cry."
That's so true.
And then she'd stand in front of the class with a bit of chalk and her hands would be shaking. And you go,
Bro,
"You're
if
never getting
substitutes
married,
had
Miss.
guns.
Never gonna happen for you." Then she'd get back to a 1967 Volkswagen Beetle, she'd be crying over the steering wheel, just, "Why don't they like me? Let's give that cunt a gun and see how things work out."
Yo, spitting facts right now. That would not go well. There would be at least 1 out of 10 who just has a mental breakdown.
They go, "We'll put an armed security guard at every school across America." Yeah, that'll work out. The average security guard in America earns $16 an hour. Not a lot of wiggle room to be a fucking hero. Someone comes onto the school and you've got Kevin.
Poor Kevin. I got this, don't worry.
I'm sure Kevin's shit hot at Call of Duty, but it might not fucking cut it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that when I'm doing this joke in this room, 50% of you agree with me, 50% of you don't agree with me. And I do respect the people who don't agree with me. Don't think I don't. The 50% that don't agree with me, 20% of those people are smart enough to realize this is a comedy show and it's not to be taken seriously, and they're laughing along because it's just funny jokes. Right?
Facts.
And then the next
Facts.
20% are sort of phased out a little bit and looking around going, wonder how they got that chandelier up there. And then there's the last 10%, and they're fucking furious.
Yeah.
Right now, in this room, and the people watching at home, 10% of you are fucking seething.
Just
for
angry.
A couple of reasons. First reason, I'm making good points.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So that was Jim Jefferies, part 1 of gun control. We're gonna switch over to part 2. So if you're following along, that link will be up here somewhere. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into which side I'm on, any politics, blah 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 blah. I understand both sides. I'm here for the jokes and the jokes only. But yeah, he makes valid points, man. Like I said, like we were talking about before with the safe and the lockbox, and by the time you do all that, shit's already popping off. And then when he's talking about how like 10% of people are just fuming. If you're fuming, let me know in the comments and why. If you enjoyed this reaction, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I mean, he said one, because they're valid points, and some of it was valid, extremely valid. I'm curious about that Australian massacre, though. I've never heard of it, and apparently it was the most deadly massacre in the world. So I'm surprised I haven't heard of it, unless I just don't remember. So if I got any Australian friends, let me know in the comments as well what that was all about. And yeah, like and subscribe. Look out for part 2, and Gen Nation, we'll see you.